Hey, so in this one we're looking at a graphical representation. Now you can do lots of different things, but we're going to look at a stacked bar graph, and that's just a way of accurately and non-misleadingly showing how like the breakdown of your your earnings is broken down based on your budget. So we could do that as a stacked bar graph with numbers, or we can do that as a percentage one. But believe it or not, you don't have to do the calculations. Excel does that for you because that's why it's so amazing. So first of all, we're going to pick a column or bar graph. One of these ones here, it says stacked. This one here just shows you compare parts to the whole. And this one here is the percentage one, I think it is. I'm going to come up with a, yep. They contribute to the total as 100%. So it's probably asking though what data you want to use. I'm just going to move this down here so you can see everything. And I'm going to start selecting some data. So over here I have my adding. I'm going to add a piece of data. Now the series name, I'm going to call it board, and it's going to be this value here because I'm doing it per month. And you can see here at the moment board is 100% of what I've got. Then I add another data set or another data point, and that one's going to be called clothing, and that is going to make up this much. And now you can see that it's a smaller percentage because that number is about just under a quarter, so maybe a fifth of the other one. That makes more sense. And adding what was it? Go card. It's $130 for the whole month. Don't know if it wants to do that. There we go. Add another one. That one's going to be called food. Its amount we're selecting is this one, and okay. And household, and how much it is, and again okay. Now that is all your expenses, but you'll notice that that's 100% of your spendings. We want to also show how much leftover income we have, so we're going to add one more, which is going to be remaining income, and that amount is going to be your monthly version because I'm doing this per month. And put that in, and you can see that it's appeared here. Okay, I'm going to call this cost per month so we can see that it's there. And okay, so what I have now, I'm just going to make this a little bit larger so you can see everything, is a graph that looks something like this. Now, to ensure that it's not misleading, we need a title. We need to explain this is percentage of monthly income. It's like you might have spendings per month, so you can change that here. Spending per month, and look at that, ta-da, it changes. So we want to fix these things up. We go to design, add chart element, and there's a whole lot of different things here. I'm going to add an axis labels. Vertical is percentage of monthly income, and spendings. Now I'm also going to add a title. Now the public chart, allocation of expenses, income, or whatever you want. And another one would be your legend, so we can work out what these colors represent. So you might want to put that to the right, and here we go, household, clothing, board, etc. And that is it. If you change the word here, you didn't like the word board, look at that, changes just for you. If any of these values change, this will automatically update as well, so you work out that you've made a mistake with your calculations, or you have to move, and the percentage changes. You'll also notice all your other numbers change as well. Okay, so that is the beauty about this, is that once you use these kind of systems, and if you make changes, you don't have to like have the knock-on effect of completing the changes. When you go to put this into Excel, your Word document that you're typing up, you hit Control-C or copy. You go to your Word document that you have here and you place in your Word document. Now, you would have had me quite happily thump some keys there. That's just Control-V if you don't know that, or right-click paste. And you can see there's a graph here. Now, I'm going to open up this one. If you right-click on the image that you have brought over, and you have this thing called, so do this at the end once you've done everything, insert the caption, figure 1, so figures, and it even tells you like where you should be, like that's the default setting, but figures go below, captions go above tables. So figure 1, and it's like, what is it? Percentage distribution of monthly spendings from income, or something along those lines. And then there you go. You've been then correctly referred to your figures and graphs using report conventions. And then you make sure that when you do write this, as shown in, or you'd be like, more than 40% of monthly income contributes to rent. See figure 1. So make sure that you're not just slapping these into your report. You need to refer to them because they have to have significance. Otherwise, why are we putting pretty pictures into our report if they don't have importance? Okay, so I hope that helps you guys with putting those in. And if you change them, fix them up in Excel, put them back in. One last thing, it's kind of not meant to do with this video, but I'll show you it here. With these here, in order to demonstrate your effective use of technology, I would recommend that in your appendices, so you don't actually have to include it in your PSMT developing a solution section, but as one of your extra pages, that you take this information, you go to view, you go to formulas, and you go to this button here, so formulas, show formulas. And my computer goes a little bit fritzy because it's trying to do a million things. And what you can see here is that these like weird things come up in your screen. I would suggest, and over here, that is your evidence for effective use of technology. So if you've got all those there, you then take this information. What you can do is, I think that's covered everything. File. When I go to print, instead of like trying to print it on multiple pages, what you're going to go is selection. So that orientation is landscape. So it flips it over to the long side. And what I'm going to do is fit all the columns on one page. And look at that. One page. That's all you need. And luckily enough, we're pretty good at reading like really small text. So that's all we need in terms of that. So you would send that, print that off, and voila. That is your evidence for effective use of technology. Hit print and you're good to rock and roll. All right. Yeah, I hope that's everything. Stay awesome. Bye.